Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I have a fantastic butterfly and lace collection from our friends at Card Making Magic. We have got the Butterflies Galore stencil pack, Butterflies and Lace die set, and we've got the Butterflies and Lace stencil set. This is the butterfly that you can make with the cutting die. I can't wait to show you what you can do with the stencils, so come back and play with us. So let's take a look at these beautiful butterfly cutting dies. They have each one 10 pieces. Each one has the main butterfly and then the little outer cutting die. So what Debbie used with this is a 5 by 6.5 inch card, and for her background she used Poppy's beautiful 12 by 12 patterned cardstock, and she also used the coordinating solid cardstock for this beautiful pink right here. It's just gorgeous. And then she outlined right here with beautiful pink jewel bordered dazzles, and these are beautiful holographic, and when you place them they just have so much sparkle. So she took lines all the way across here and then a line right down the center. So when she made this, let's look at this smaller little sample. For this one I took this die right here, placed it on my cardstock, ran it through my machine, okay, which is what Debbie did for this first layer of pink with the larger butterfly. And what you get is this image that is cut out from the entire piece, okay? But it's still attached at the center, all right? And that's because, oops, there are elements here that are cut away, like this piece right here, just pops right out. But then there are elements at the body that just have no cut lines, all right? Now, if you want to cut out the entire butterfly, you would then, what she did for her second image, second butterfly, she'd cut this out again from pink, but this time she put this surround around it, and that's how she cut out the next butterfly. And then she layered those. Isn't that clever? Great idea. Oops, there we go. Let's take a look at another use. For this one, Debbie just used the surround pieces like this to cut out the different shapes. Beautiful job. And then for her background, she used the beautiful swirl stencil right here, and she used 3 different colors of ink. And if you want to know the exact colors, because there was so much ink on this card, I didn't grab them all. So if you look down below our video, if you're watching us on Paper Wishes, just look down below the video and click on the photo of this card, and it'll list all the supplies and all the inks. And there are links. You can just click on them and it'll take you right to your cart. And if you're watching us on YouTube, just look for the video, the link below the video in the description box, and it'll take you to our Paper Wishes website page. So she did this by using 2 different shades of ink. There's a yellow and an orange, and she just repositioned the stencil 4 times to get that background, and then of course inked her edges. And then right here she used the stencil to create her little background butterfly right there, and then right here she just actually cut them out, which I think is so cute, to get that layer. So that's a way that you can use that to get that dimension if you're just purchasing the stencil only. And then right here she used our script greeting dazzle stickers in primary colors. And yes, we know primaries are gold, yellow, and blue, but we wanted to add in a few extra colors just so you would have some options. So we threw in some brown and some green. There you go. Those are really fun to use for our birthday wishes card. All right, so for this card, you guys, beautiful. This is a slimline card. This is 3.5 by 5 inches long. And for this one, Debbie covered the card in blue Persuasion paper. Here we go. This is blue Persuasion 12 by 12 patterned cardstock. So gorgeous. And then she took a strip of the solid cardstock right here, and it's like these nice light blue colors there. And she did a little trick. She took this stencil, yeah, this one again right here, and she placed that, going in the right direction, yep, there we go. She took this and she placed that on this light blue cardstock using this rubber embossing mat, and then she ran all 3 layers, the cardstock, the matte the cardstock, the stencil, and then the mat. She ran those through her die cutting machine, and it embossed this image onto the cardstock. A little bit of texture there. Once that was embossed, she placed the stencil back over the embossed image and then used Prussian, I think it's Prussian blue, it's like a navy blue ink, right over the surface of that. And it gives you texture and color, which is really beautiful. Great job, Debbie. And then she took this beautiful butterfly, which I've misplaced. Where did I put it? Anyway, she took that, here it is, right in front of me. She took this little butterfly and she die cut this one from paper from the paper pack, that's the white, and then she die cut it from, this is mixed blue glitter cardstock, which is so beautiful. She glued one on top of the other, isn't that beautiful? And then we've got the final matted piece right here. I think she actually glued this piece onto the cardstock, and then she just used her tiny scissors to cut out around it. And then this piece right here is from the navy blue cardstock, and that's how we have the 3 layers. And then she embellished her butterflies with these beautiful classic pearls. They're self-adhesive and they come in all these different sizes. You just peel them off and just place them on the card. Gorgeous. And then we've got the Pearl and Pastel We're Together Dazzle stickers, and she used this beautiful pearl silver on there for her greeting. Beautiful. All right, so for this last one, we're going to do a little bit more stenciling using this one. This is the Butterflies Galore. You can see here I've started my card. I'm going to add a little bit more to it. This card is the Dazzle-em card, and this is the swirls. And I did a little inking around the edge too. We call them Dazzle-em because they're really fun to add little dazzle stickers to. But I wanted to show you how many other styles we have. We've got these beautiful vines, and then this one is the corners because there's a corner embellishment on each corner. And this one's the top and bottom. So you can either have it this way horizontally or you can turn it this way. That's true of all these. And this is the curly cue. It has an embellishment here and here. So I will link all of these down below the video in case you're interested in using any of those with your stencils. So let's see. The first thing I did was take the violet ink and my little applicator, and I just went around the edges of that. If I can find my card, here we are, yes. I went around the edges. I'm going to grab my craft mat. All right. And then just putting a little ink on here, and then I'm just following this line right here and not going across that. Just around those edges like that, all the way around. Okay, and then once that's done, I'm going to take my layers here. We've got this one, which is the solid, and to attach this, I just like to use a little bit of low tack tape and just tack this down a little bit. Center that within this box. There we go. And then I'm going to put some teal ink on the center, and for this I like to use daubers. Just put your little finger right in there. And we're just going to go around the edges. Oops, like that. And I think the hardest area to kind of ink are these really thin lines with the antenna, and I just kind of go back and forth on those until I get my color. All right, so once I've got that outlined, now you can just kind of go a little more lightly through the center of the body, because we're going to be putting another layer on top of that. Okay, this one is looking kind of rough there. All right, so we're going to take that one off, and then I'm going to reposition this with this layer. And this one doesn't have the antenna to worry about. So you're just getting all these little dots within that shadow that's behind it, that inked shadow. And we're going to secure that as well. And then for this one, I'm going to be using the same color I used around the outside edge, which is the violet. Using another dauber. And I'm going to be putting the violet ink right over the top of that teal. And just like the little antenna, those little dots along the edge are the trickiest ones, and you just kind of have to go back and forth. That's why I like the daubers for this as opposed to like a blending brush. I feel like I can get in there without those bristles on the blending brushes kind of getting underneath the stencil. So I'm only going to do half of this side. So once I get that side all done, then I'm going to put a lot more ink on this, and I'm going to go just around the body part. I'm just going to get it a little darker closer to the body. Just like that. All right, we're going to take this off. There we go. And now I can add my Jewel Dazzle stickers. But here's the thing, you guys. When I was working on this yesterday, I was in a hurry. So I didn't wait for my ink to dry on here. And so I noticed today I'm losing some of my little fuchsia Dazzle stickers. So yeah, just give it time. Give your ink time to dry. Don't be in such a hurry. And I'm going to take this end. I'm going to use the tiny end. There's two ends on this. So my little jewel picker, better to use the bigger end. And we're just going to go ahead and do a little stir right there. It just lifts that right off. And then you can just go ahead and place these down. Sometimes you just need to use your finger. And they're just going to lift up just like that. And then you can go ahead and decorate this. But as I said before, make sure you give your ink time to dry, because that was disappointing when I came in today and I'd thrown this all into an envelope to get ready for filming, and I was like, oh, I lost some of these. See, here's a stray one right there. So yeah, they will definitely stick better if you are waiting for your ink to dry. And then you can see I put two medium and a large one right here in the center. I kind of put some on the edge of the swirls. And then for my little greeting, to make this into an anniversary card, I used our Anniversary Dazzle stickers, and they come in a pack like this with all these beautiful colors. And I used the black one right there just to pick up the black lines of the card background. Very cute. And then this little one right here is used in the same manner. And I wanted to show you how you can make a cute little border for this one. So I just took a little strip of cardstock here, a little scrap, and I literally just used it just like this. And I'm going to go ahead and do these so we can go ahead and see how that looks. I'm going to just do some light purple here. And then I'm going to do some teal on this larger one. And for the base, I do like to do it a little lighter, because that way you don't have to use so much ink on the second layer to compensate, to make it show up. Just kind of take it easy on that first layer. And as you can see, I'm not even taping this one down just because it's just easy to hold it in place. Okay, now we're just going to move that over. And we're just going to align those with that kind of shadow we have going in the background. There you go. And I'm just going to use the opposite colors here. So on this one with the teal, I'm going to use this violet color. And because these little holes are very tiny, you just kind of want to put a lot of pressure on that dauber and just kind of scrub that color right in there. Just like that. And then we're going to go back to the teal. I'm going to need a little more color on this one. And we're going to put a lot of color right there. That's just so easy to add to the inside of your cards. How cute would that be? And then to wipe these off, I just like to use a little wipe. Make sure you clean these after using them. And These little ink pads are so nice from Prism. They're very inexpensive and they come in just a huge array of colors. They are water-based, so this is a dye-based ink. That means it's water-based, so it cleans off really, really easily. It's not a permanent ink. You can use these as watercolors. You could take a little water brush or a paintbrush with water, and you could do lots with them, so I always highly recommend these. You guys, thanks so much for joining me today. We have a fantastic money-saving deal. It's right over there on the right-hand side of your screen. We're also doing something very different for us. We are going to be consistently doing a card giveaway. So we really want to boost our YouTube views. So you guys and our subscribers, so if you're watching us on YouTube, or if you're watching us on Paper Wishes, go over to YouTube and watch it again, or go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. You have to do all three of those things to be entered into a contest, all right? You like, comment, and subscribe, then we will choose one of you that does all three of those to win one of these cards. And I think the card that we were going to give away is this one right here, this slimline card. It's so beautiful. Debbie made this one, gorgeous. I really feel like this is a great showstopper. So we're going to give this one away, but you have to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel. If you're watching us on our Paper Wishes channel, just hop on over to YouTube and do that. And then we're going to let you know, we'll notify you where the little bell is at the top right-hand corner. Just look for getting a notification there, and then follow the instructions at the end of this video to learn how you can get a prize. So definitely do that, you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll have a winner for this card. Thanks for joining me today, and we'll see you next time.